Here's a list of the different types of feature pyramids. The most common one is the feature pyramid network. Most likely it's the one that you are familiar with. We can find it in different object detection model and architectures. But before the emergence of FPN, there were other pyramids that were used also in object detection. The first one is the featurized image pyramid. And the idea here, as opposed to the other ones, is to have a pyramid of resized image. So we rescale our images and we build that pyramid. And then for each resized image, we create our feature map. By doing that, we are creating a pyramid of feature map. And then we predict our class and objects at different levels of our feature map. The problem with this technique is that it's time consuming and also compute intensive because we have to create a feature map for each resized image. So to overcome that, we try to leverage the classification technique. So we go and create our pyramid of feature map, like in classification, we take the last layer and then we predict the class. So for object detection, what we do, we predict not only the class, but also the bounding box. The shortcoming of this technique is the fact that we are not leveraging the feature map at the intermediate levels. So the next idea was to predict the classes and the boxes at each feature map level. And by doing so, we are taking advantage of the different characteristics of our feature map, because the lower feature map is more specialized in detecting small details, whereas the last one are good at detecting the context, the large objects. So this method turns out to be a lot better than the previous one, but still we can see that in our feature map, the flow of information or features are going from the bottom to the top. So the last layer is taking advantage of all the layers beneath it. But the opposite is not true, because the intermediate layers don't have any idea about the feature map that are above them. So to overcome that, FPN was created. And in that way, we are trying to create a pyramid of features where the information not only goes from the bottom to the top, but also it flows from the top to the bottom. So the intermediate layers are going to be an integration of the feature map that is above the current layer, but also the feature map that comes from the original pyramid. So we end up having a reinforced feature map that are richer than the original ones. And from each feature map, we predict our class and our boxes. So this is like one of the simplest object detection that leverage the feature pyramid network. We will see in other videos that object detection models now add a mini network here called the head and do the prediction from the head and not directly from the FPN. And in another video, I will show you also different variant of FPN where they also leverage this idea of flowing information from the bottom to the top and from the top to the bottom and create a different variant of FPN.